stuff, right back to the shearers' strikes, right back to the Western Australian cattle walk-off, so we've had a long history.
Right back to the Aborigines Advancement League?
Yes, brother. And what has happened, I guess, has been a bit of a drought in the last 15 years, and let's hope that drought's broken, and there's a lot of things to get through, but I'll let you go to Ron. Appreciate your time to coming down, and like I said, we're here for the long run, and we appreciate the support that we can get.
Thanks, Gago. The happenings in this park about a fortnight ago, a lot of unions were down the ACTU Congress in Sydney, so we were only hearing what was happening on the news, and we heard 250 coppers facing off about 60 people, that there was troubles in between Aboriginal people and the state government and the local government over this park and use, whether it be Pettyeri or anything else in the future, and we're getting very piecemeal information through there. Obviously the unions are concerned about this because if you look at our stance in relation to Mabo, Wavehill, and rights of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in Queensland, there's been, as Cargo said, a long history of support between the unions and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and the latest one that we've been arguing for about 3 years now is the stolen wages, which we've, met quite frankly a stone wall, and we're going up and we've sent a letter recently to the Premier and the Minister to talk to them in relation to going round to the communities and talk about what happened on the stolen wages issue and why it was legal under Queensland law to take 60% of a person's wage based on the colour of one's skin. So there's been a long history there. But on this issue, I asked, Valda was here and we asked the lawyers to come up and try to explain to us what are the issues in relation to the coppers coming into a park such as this a fortnight ago and being used by either the state government or the local government to move people on, evict people, and what's the legal basis of it? What's the legal basis of it? Are they allowed to do that under the Cultural Heritage Act? Are they allowed to do it under any other act? What were they performing their duties under, so that we could understand those issues, so that we can report back to the Queensland Council of Unions and the 34 unions that sit around that table. So I've come up today with the lawyers, Met Coco, and thanks very much for that, to try to piece together what are the issues so we can explain it to the unions, so that we then may make an educated position known to our members and get the feedback from those 34 unions. So that's why I'm here today. As I said, it was a bit of confusion on our part 1,000 kilometres away in Sydney when this was all happening, or there would have been a lot more unionists, I suggest, here that day. There was a hell of a lot down Sydney there. So we're trying to piece together that with your leaders, your people. We can report back and then we will take the necessary positions that we have to take. Obviously there's already been a resolution passed by ACTU Congress in support of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people on the basis of we understood there was an agreement between Pettyeri, the Aboriginal people here, and there was an overreaction by either the state government or the local government or both, and if that would have left it alone, it would have been all right. It would have been all right. Having said that, let's piece it together. We'll report back to the executive of the third Wednesday next month. We have them every Wednesday, and we'll go from there. So that's where we are. Obviously, we've got contacts with unionists here. We will keep in contact that way. And thanks very much for your time, and hopefully all the success. Thanks, Gago. Thank you.